Have you ever been like really hungry, like around supper time or around lunchtime, but then something happens in your life and you get like super excited, or something emotional happens and you completely forget about eating. 3 or 4 hours later, you're thinking, I haven't eaten today. I think I need to eat. Did you know that happened to Jesus in John chapter 4? Jesus and the disciples were headed to Samaria, and they left to go get food because they were hungry. And on their way back from getting food from the town, Jesus had just witnessed to a Samaritan woman, and she was fired up like a flip, man. And she was running back to Samaria to tell all the people about Jesus and how he told her everything about her life and that he was the Messiah. She's like, could this be the Messiah? So Jesus is kind of feeling good. He's kind of probably forgotten about food at this point, because his will was to come to do the will of the Father, to tell people about himself and about the coming kingdom. So when the disciples got back, they didn't know what happened. They're just like, hey, Jesus, we have food. And Jesus says, I've got food that you don't know nothing about. And him being fired up, he said, my food is to do the will of the Father. Then he says to the disciples, he says, look at the fields. They are ready for harvest. He's pointing at the town and saying, all those people, they're ready to hear about me. Jesus, he's ready to go back to work. He ain't worried about food. He ain't worried about anything. What's the disciples doing? We're hungry. We're going to take a break and eat. Jesus tells them, he says, open your eyes and look. Open your eyes, guys. Look, let's go to work. Let's go do this. Let's go do God's will. Come on, let's go. Jesus, we're still hungry. So where the rubber meets the road, are you hungry? Are you spiritually being fed? Is your desire to get to know people, to know Jesus, or are you just hungry for food all the time? Is all your work, all your dedication, everything in life, is it all going towards your food and what you want in life? Are you chasing down people, trying to tell them about Jesus? Are you living out God's will in your life and not worried about all the food and all about all those things that we worry about constantly, that God tells us not to worry about? On my best days, I'm about 50-50.